But first of all, I want to say thank you to Svitla Systems, who helped to organize this webinar today. Svitla has been a trusted partner for over 20 years, delivering over 5,000 of solutions worldwide. It's a team of over 1,000 top tech talents all around the world, from Ukraine to California, which focus on innovation, growth, and building lasting partnership. I'm sure you will notice some brands, and Svitla has been recognized by well-known brands, communities, and organizations. Actually, we are focusing on long-term partnership, and most of projects not like clients, but like partners for Svitla Systems. It's always a little bit funny to speak about myself, but my name is Ihor. I am a head of client marketing services at Svitla Systems, and have over a decade of experience in ads, analytics, and automation. I specialize in optimizing campaign performance across industries, and I'm in love to work with startups and small companies, especially because they have a lot of limitation. It's just like trying to solve some kind of puzzle for me. But before we dive in, I just want to know a little bit more about you and your experience, and maybe revise my presentation and optimize it. Maybe I need to put a little bit more attention to some of the slides. So I'm gonna start a poll. Just give me a second, and here it is. Not this one. Just not my day, maybe. Sorry. Another one should be. Something crazy going on with my technique right now. So, yep. So, does use paid at all? Okay. Okay, then somebody have experience with for specific goals, and somebody don't use paid ads at all. That's quite interesting. So I hope this webinar gonna be interesting for you as well. I'm gonna end poll, and here it is. So let's talk about foundation of ads and how to work with paid ads. If we would cover just four main steps, it's gonna be target audience relevance and channel relevance, competitors, and remarketing. And the four main stages: how to optimize your message, and three main ideas for each of them. So we're gonna start with target audience relevance. Actually, it doesn't matter where to start gathering knowledge based on your target audience. Somebody prefer personas. Other like jobs to be done approach and pain points. I'm still talking about the messaging, what kind of message and it should be relevant to your audience. And the main idea is here to track what's working for you best of all. So in terms of channel relevance, actually, this one of the best what you can find on LinkedIn for B2B especially. Somebody thinks that other social network doesn't fit to B2B requirements. In my experience, I have seen promotion even of military boats for sea coast guards on Facebook in 2020, somewhere when it was, I believe, in Italy in those times. Is it the best way to run the ads? I'm not sure. Maybe it's working, but maybe it could be a little bit another approach for it. So competitors. Actually, this is the point when I'm started any of my projects. A competitor analysis is the key. Use ad libraries to explore their strategies. LinkedIn has that kind of thing also. Many of people know that Meta has its library, but for some reasons, LinkedIn as library is not so popular. Avoid copying mistakes and adapt insights to your goals. The plan is simple. You just create a list of companies, search them in its library, and note insights on their creatives, what they are using. Is it feature-based creatives or maybe problem-solving approach? And remarketing. What do we need to do at the beginning of all when we have a website and we are ready to roll? It's the input pixels of all kind of platforms on our website. And why is that? Because you at this moment you don't know what you're gonna use, and but in same time you're already starting to gather audience for next campaigns. Always use different messages for user acquisition and remarketing, but for some reason some companies try, hey, let's just run our logo and it's gonna be enough. Nope, it's not gonna be enough. One of the case studies, well, and I think a cool stories for in this case is going to be I worked with a startup in construction domain, and they had a lot of organic traffic for a while and haven't run any ad campaigns or even remarketing at those moments. But they had two goals. First of all, rise the number of leads on their website, and second one, expand on new markets, because it was when I have started work with them, it was in Latvia, and they started to expand on Germany and France. So in their case, those period while they have their pixels on led them to create lookalike audience, and it was already enough to expand on new markets, because the statistic was pretty interesting, because all kind of targeting in like using job titles don't get any results what we have expected. Only lookalike and those stores. And second one, why you need to use remarketing, it's for example, you can combine Dealfront and Google Ads and create an industry targeted remarketing campaign. So, for example, on your site, there's a lot of services for different industries or in a list of campaigns, and you can create a specific messages for those people who visit not just like specific pages, but also only for those companies who are working in that kind of industry. So if I have like I'm working with retail or e-commerce, and there could be hundreds of thousands of visits on those pages. I don't need to spend $1 for each of try to show my ads to all of them. I can, but that's not the best thing what I can do. The second thing is to combine with Dealfront and to create truly specific addressed messages for people who work in this industry, not just who visit my website and was curious about what we are doing. Finally, we move into LinkedIn. LinkedIn ads is a game changer in B2B marketing. I have a lot of experience with Meta ads, but when I have started to work with LinkedIn, I was amazing. It's giving unique access to professional audience, so over like I believe 900 million professionals. Uh, LinkedIn connects you to decision makers and industry experts. It's not like just a social network. It's a platform for drives business growth, targeting and audience specific marketing. What makes it so specific? It's the accurate of professional data it provides, because let's be honest, not everyone every time update their profiles on Facebook or maybe Instagram. You can target with LinkedIn by job title, company size, industry, or even account-based marketing list. This level of precision is hard to find on any other advertising platform. It could be done, but it's much more harder. And in terms of, for example, meta ads, it requires developers mod, and still there's not so many of targets this could be done. However, there are some challenges to using LinkedIn ads. The first is high cost. Yep, the click here is, I believe, the much more expensive than anywhere else. As the competition grows, ads become more expensive, so it's important to use your budget wisely. Attribution is another challenge because B2B sales cycle is often long and complex, and that's the issue. If we would work with, if this webinar would be about Facebook and Meta ads, I would say, yep, that's true, the audience targeting is dead. But with LinkedIn, it's not quite. At this moment, we need to think about not only audience, but also creative is one of the tools of targeting. For example, you want to promote events in New York for a local community of marketers to attract new newbies. You can run a geo-based ad campaign. You can just choose this place, this city, and get really high cost of clicks and engagements. Or you can place Brooklyn Beach on creative, right? New York in just like a part of your creative copy. And it will help LinkedIn to optimize your ads because only this audience will respond to your message. And once I have consulted SaaS projects in healthcare industry, they had a lot of ideas about their target audience, but they haven't checked them, and paid ads is the simplest way to do it, actually. They had the idea like let's go to UX research, I believe, tools, and it gives opportunity to to create one-on-one call with somebody like a C-level manager in some kind of industry and paid for this time. Okay, but you can spend this money for paid ads and attract a list of potential clients or somebody who are going to be interested to talk about this problem. So create a creative with problem-solving approach and write on banner something like, how do you solve a problem? Take a part in research and we want to talk about it. Like we'll give you, like we are solving that kind of problem. We're going to give you 2 months for free on our product. And it's pretty cool because when you're using like a paid interview, the main goal for somebody who took in part in interview on this side of customers just to get money for it. When you're running that kind of ads, not everyone gonna join you. But if 1 hour of C-level manager in healthcare gonna cost us for like 400 USD, the list of 20 C-level managers attracted with LinkedIn could be cost like $500. It's not my imagination, it's my experience. I have run that kind of campaign. But here is another example. I was inspired by this case. These creative are not mine. I have used just like the same approach. But NDA policy don't let me show these creatives to you. So the main story here, that's why I love LinkedIn, because targeting. In terms of meta, I just need to work a lot of time with creative and try to target with creative. In terms of LinkedIn, I still can use the highest cost going to be like in job titles. The narrow audience, the more higher cost going to be. But if I'm gonna combine some things like, for example, list of campaigns and skills, it gonna gives me unique opportunity to target people who working in exact company doing some kind of exact things. Like here, we can see few approaches of ads like showing like a problem solving, or one type of ads, it's focusing pain-based messaging, like a company growth not found, blah, 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 and stuff like that. And the other focused on success-based messaging by leveraging the fake review they give this company based on their success of partnership. And this is why the creative could be one of the tools of targeting. That's why I'm telling the creative is the king for now. But how to run it down, how to create it wisely, and best practice is going to be like that. So the key is to create messages that engage and addressing specific pain points. Your ad should interrupt the scrolling in a positive way. Balance this interruption with immediate value. Offer solution or insights that are relevant to them. I'll show you some examples of effective ads that achieve this balance. Like, but before we dive deep in one of my most loved for last few months examples like dockets, let's talk about how you can find ideas uh, to create creatives and ad copy and banners. Most of all, I prefer to monitor competitors and be a target audience. Actually, it's not so hard if you visit like a specific websites and engage with ads of users. uh, After some time, you will be showed more and more that kind of messages. In my experience, you can be like anybody in social media. Actually, it's more likely to be used like with Facebook because not so targeted ads with job titles. You can be like an I don't know, CFO of insurance company if somebody targeted using that kind of targeting. But if they are using skill-based and if they are using interested, it could be done. Uh, I'm in love with dockets, video and that kind of interaction. Document sets allow you to share PDF guides directly in the feed. The key is making them visually appealing and mobile friendly with bite-sized information and each page to encourage scrolling and interaction. Video creatives and emotional connection. No need to high budget production, please. A simple video message shot on smartphone could be highly effective, especially when paired with animated subtitles and engagement. But once again, where we can get some ideas about what we can create documents. That's the cheat sheet for you. Use Perplexity, just research in domains, write down your domain for 2024. You're gonna see a list of files. Something could be like an emerging trends in 2024 in marketing, for example. It was a file for, I believe, 600 pages. After that, download it to ChatGPT and work with prompts. Your goal at this stage to find insights and statistics. So you need numbers and ideas and statistics which gonna provide these ideas as well. After it, you need Vista, Canva, or your inner designer who gonna help you to craft this document. Don't try to make so a lot of design things. It could be simple and it's gonna work. After it, you're gonna run ad campaigns, but it's not enough. You can automatically scrap information of those people who gonna interact with your document, like this post, if there's gonna be a post, or who gonna click unlock the document, you're gonna get this lead information, and at this moment you can automate the process of researching of this prospect and their company. Maybe they are not so relevant, maybe they are, but you don't need to spend time for it. And after, you can automatically outreach with them once again with using Phantom Buster. Actually, I'm gonna speak about Phantom Buster a lot of times today. Just give me a second. And I'm gonna try to run it down even if I made these mistakes and maybe it's not gonna work, but I want to try. Let's back, and here it is. Relaunch. Does it work? Yep. What about automation? Are you using something for it? Is it Zapier, Make? I love Make. There's a lot of videos how to work with it on YouTube, but for salesperson, for marketing, working on LinkedIn, I would say that Phantom Buster or Link Helper, I still in love with Phantom Buster, work much more better. That's much more interesting because I see that automation tools are integral in our workflow. We use them. So like a same number in we are exploring automation tool to enhance efficiency. Our company doesn't use. So like somebody are using. That's great. I will be happy to share my experience and find out about your. We can always chat after this webinar. Just direct me in LinkedIn and I'll be happy to discuss. I'm gonna end poll. And here it is. Sorry, I'm still messing up with the screens. Yep. And what we can do with Phantom Buster. First of all, what it is. This one of Power tool I want to introduce. It's there's a lot of that kind of things that gives a lot of things what possible to do with different social media. It's a cloud-based platform that automates action on LinkedIn and other social networks. With Phantom Buster, you can automate your connection, script data, interact with audience, and scale these processes. So here we have like four, I would say, some of them basic, some of them not, but more typical use cases, what I suggest to use in B2B sales. In our first case, we combine LinkedIn ads with automation of auto-connect with users who interact, engage with our ads. So using Phantom Buster, we set up workflow to identify those who engaged with our ads and send them personalized connection requests. This increased our network with relevant prospects and open direct communication channels. How we can do it? We just set up a campaign, choose existing post to promote, collect engagers with Phantom Buster and other steps with Phantom Busters and Zapier, like in last step. There are some direct connections with between different tools, but I prefer to use Zapier just in case that something could work wrong, but you can use it like in plus one step just to make it more safer. The second case is addressing the high cost promotion of events outside of LinkedIn, like the average click on US market could cost us like in 7-10 USD. That's a huge price if we compare it with like in Facebook or Instagram, but still B2B marketing channel relevance, we need to use LinkedIn. Okay, then the solution was to create a LinkedIn event and use Zapier to automatically transfer registration information to platforms like Zoom or wherever you're running your webinar. This approach leverages LinkedIn's native features for better engagement and streamline the registration process. I mean that you don't need to figure out how to optimize conversion rate on your landing page. You don't need designer to create it on your website or paid additional for creating that kind of templates for each of your events. Just use native tools of LinkedIn. It's going to be enough. So you can use Zapier and other things to transfer all data. And on the next step, it's once again, connect with all of this person, scrap all of their personal information to score with whom we need to connect already and discuss our offer. In third case, we are focusing on collecting activities from target audience on LinkedIn using Phantom Buster. We then use GPT to generate relevant comments on their post and automatically place those comments. I have a template for it. If you need it, just mail me. I will send it to you. This personalized engagement increases visibility and fostered relationship with potential clients. What I mean that in the world of B2B and it's almost impossible to track each time when somebody view your posts or visit your website and after they decided to view post of one of your colleagues maybe, but you can always track your own steps on social media. My idea is here is to not just like posting something on their post, not just like commenting anything. The idea is to grab their attention to your comments, and after some time, when they interact 1, 2, 3 times, that's going to be a signal for your sales team to work with this exact person. Because, like in my experience, it's always curious when the prospects become not like prospect, become lead or MQL. Okay, that's perfect. But when is the moment when I need to write him down? When is the moment when I need to show them these ads? I can combine information from different channels and, for example, show my ads only for those people who are gonna interact with a few ads before. Like once again, collecting data with Phantom Buster, sending it with Zapier, and creating a list of my next remarketing campaign. And last but not least is call outreach. Actually, this the first thing when I have what I always just set up for my sales team colleagues, so they can always focus on their ABM companies, and in the same time they're gonna expand their network. LinkedIn experts always say there's a three main activities what you need to run to be more efficient with LinkedIn: is to comment, is to post, and to expand your network. This is what you can get, all of these things right here. And at this moment, when I need to just a second with my team, and before we conclude, I have exclusive offer for you. The first 10 people who can respond will receive the free paid channel workshop with one of our marketing experts. It could be me or some of my colleagues. In this workshop, we're gonna analyze your current advertising channels, your organic channels as well, and identify the areas of improvement. To redeem this offer, you can just scan the QR code and message marketing bonus on our website, or you can connect with me directly via my email. Now I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay, then. I see first, what about the combining work with marketing and sales teams during the roadshow? That's interesting. I would say that I need to figure out a little bit more about the details of this use case, but let's imagine that it's going to be the really specific roadshow. You have a list of your potential clients in, I don't know, some Denver, for example. Okay, in this case, you have a list of your case studies devoted to this domain, and we can create a creative like case study in industry and some numbers like grow, like decrease spends or something else. We need at least 3 of them. And after it, we're gonna start in our ad campaign with goal of engagement. And those people who are gonna interact with our first ads, we're gonna remarket with second and third. And after it, our sales team not in Denver yet, but we are running lead ad campaigns, which say something like, do you want to know details of these case studies, or you want to know how you can get that kind of results? And lead form, that's it. This is gonna be enough for this goal. Okay, one more, where I can read a little bit more LinkedIn ads. Actually, there's a marketing lab, and you can get a certification like Marketing Insider of LinkedIn. There's a ton of information, but pretty typical. The best way to get experience with LinkedIn ads is gonna be just to start running ads, and in some moment you will receive the message that you have opportunity to work with your personal coach on LinkedIn site, and they're gonna show you the typical mistakes of in ad manager, how to avoid them. There's nothing special. As always, practice makes perfect. Just start and you will see the results. Well then, I see no more question. If you will have, you can always write me in LinkedIn or email me, not just with offer idea what you have seen on the previous screen, but also with like in, hey, I have a question like that. I'm happy to share my experience and happy to know a little bit more about yours. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for attending this webinar. I was pleased to share my experience with you and hope it was interesting and useful. Thank you.